Yeah, well, you got to quit. You got to quit saying nonsensical stuff like, I'm happy where I'm at and we're good. We're all good. Business is good. Everything's good. I'm better off than somebody in that. You got to quit comparing yourself to other people. You got to quit talking like the middle class. Like you've somehow arrived because somebody in Iran is suffering. You're good until you're not. There's nobody watching that gives enough money to charity. Okay, everybody watching should be able to give $1 million a year to charity, but you can't. You know why you can't? You would if you could, but you can't because you didn't. You didn't produce enough, because by the way, it's not your money anyway. Somebody else gave you the money and you pass it on. Most of you are like, I'm really charitable, I'm really good, but you never do enough. Why? Because you never have enough. And so because you didn't produce enough, because you didn't work enough, because you didn't expand enough. So I would just say to people, look, have some loftier goals. So you know what I do? Every time I'm having trouble, every time I'm like, man, I don't think I can get to where I'm going, I just start looking at the top. I don't look at the bad facts. All I do is I start searching. Tell me about wealthy people, facts about wealthy people, anything. What are they doing? What are they buying? It just gets me out of my problem, right? It gets me to think bigger. The first plane I bought this plane because I saw other wealthy people making moves. I'm not an irresponsible person, okay? Like, I have always been a very frugal person, but the frugal was hurting me, not helping me. Your network is your net worth. How rich you can get has something to do with who you're hanging with. How rich you can think has something to do with who you're hanging with, okay? How smart you are has something to do with your surroundings. If you hang out with dumb people, you're going to end up dumb. If you hang out with junkies, you're going to end up being a junkie. You hang out with criminals. I'm not talking about the people that go to jail. I'm talking about all the people at your office right now that cheat their employer and cheat themselves. You hang out with crims, you end up being a crim. If you want to build a network, number one thing, commit to building a network. A network by definition is not, if you're building a new network, is not the people you're already with. It's how do I add people to my network? So number one, you got to commit to building a network. Number two, who do you want in the network? Who is it? Most of you just go for more people like you have already in your network. I want new people, new characters, new personalities, new thinking, new ideas. The old adage, if you're the smartest person in the room, you in the wrong room. And number three, when you start building this network up and you start meeting the people, okay, number two is who do you want to meet? Who are you going to add to the network? You go 9,000 people in a room, you don't need to meet all 9,000. You need to meet maybe a list of 30 or 40 people. Who do you want to meet? Number three, when you meet them, focus on them, not on you. It shouldn't be, here's my card, I'm a chiropractor, this is what I do, can I give you an adjustment? Dude, it should be like, who are you? How can I help you? What are you doing? Where do you live, okay? What projects are you working on? How can I help you?
I go out every day. This is how I think about money. I'm running every day for money. I'm fucking busting my ass, man. I'm busting my ass every day. I'm busting my ass. I'm busting my ass, trying to fill up the refrigerator, take care of the kids, get good education for them, fuel the plane up, put fuel in the plane, fly the plane, take care of the plane, wash the plane, right? Get a new plane, okay? Advertise, right? Advertise, take care of my wife, buy her some Chanel, invest in my business, right? This is what I'm doing all day long, And then what I'm trying to do really is I'm trying to put this money to use at some point. Okay, I operate with what I call as a 40% point. I'm looking for 40% to save on my income. Whatever it takes, how much money do I need to make so that I have 40% that I can take over here and shove a big giant piece of cake into a deal? Now the phenomenon about 40% is this. There's a point where it's impossible for you to save 40%. See, I found I had to get to around $10,000 a month in income to save $4. So I had to keep making this go up. The income is the only thing that restricts how much money you can invest and save. So this is why the guy that says, I'm good, how many of you have employees who are like, I'm good making 50 or 60 grand a year? They'll never be motivated because they're screwed up about money. They have the wrong knowledge about money. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. You can send them to as many Tony Robbins seminars as you want to. You will not change the state of a person indefinitely if they have money problems every day.